welcome. This is See Like Sheba. I'm Sheba, and I am gonna clue you guys in on a little something that I do about at least like once a week, definitely on like a full moon or a new moon. I like to pull some tarots, and every day I've actually been pulling also in addition to uh well, every day I've been doing these different oracle cards, these wealth activation cards. So I will do one of those at the end. But yeah, I was like, let me show people what I do. And so this is a reading that I did for myself, but since we are all mirrors of each other, I know this will resonate with whoever needs to hear it. So take what resonates and leave what don't. And let's get into it, okay? So, first card I pulled was the Eight of Coins. Ooh, can you see that? Is the light too bright? No, I think it's good. Okay, so Eight of Pentacles. So coins, pentacles, that's about like material wealth and material things. And so in this card, there's a girl and she's like pouring over different forms of divination. And so Eight of Coins is about self-mastery. So you now have this time where you're able to maybe pick up a thing that you were interested in but you didn't have time to really get into. Now you have time to master this thing. So whether it is learning a language or learning tarot, you might read tarot but you haven't really dug into it, really explored it, and now you're going to pour over it. You're going to devote a lot of time to it. You're going to perfect practice makes perfect. And so, yeah, now you have that time to do it. And when you do pour into this thing, develop your skills, start to be a master, you're going to be able to make money off of this thing. So I love that for you. For myself, yeah, I was like I've been called to do a lot more divination and more, I'm always like connecting with my ancestors and spirit and learning more about, our powers. And so, yeah, I've been doing that and I think it's going to be a really good idea. So I'm excited about it. Okay, so Eight of Coins. Next we have, and so like I'm gonna like after we go through all of these individually, try to like put together the theme I see going on, okay? So we have the Eight of Coins, which is all about self-mastery and about like devoted practice to a skill and developing, yeah, your own expertise at a certain thing. And yeah, so Two of Knives, all right? Knives is the sword suit in tarot. And so the Two of Knives, you see, she's got these knives that are crossed. And so knives are about intellect, the mind. So this card is about mindfulness. So it's kind of about like indecision or balance. You see, she's in this dancer's pose, which is like a heart opening pose. So you're practicing mindfulness and you're like also finding balance about a thing. So you're thinking about it using your intellect, but you're also going to your heart, your intuition, your feelings, and you're exercising balance in that. This card also signifies that you are missing some information, that if you did have it, it would make your decision a lot clearer. But that you don't have the information doesn't mean you're supposed to panic, okay? It just means you're supposed to hold, pause, balance, mind what information you do have, because everything you need is already within you. We know that. And so, yeah, it's about balance. And yeah, I read that like with this card, you look and see what cards are on either side of it too. So we'll go back to that. But yeah, all right. 10 of Knives. Oof. I know this one like looks kind of scary, right? Because it's always like a person with 10 swords, poking out of them. And yeah, it's like you've been through a lot, okay? You've suffered a lot of wounds, emotional, physical, spiritual, psychological, all the ways, okay? You've had betrayal, you've had disappointment, you've been rejected, and you've been hurt physically. And that stinks. But if you also see, it's a the dawn is coming. The sun is rising. And so this card is actually about letting go. And it's about, after you've been wounded, all of these things that, would have killed other people. For you, these are not just wounds, but like once you heal these wounds, you're going to be able to alchemize them and continue on better than ever. So yeah. And so yeah, I feel like with these two cards, the Eight of Coins and the Ten of Knives on either side of the Two of Knives, this is talking about you're balancing your self-mastery and your self-development with letting go of your old wounds, your old attachments, the old things that used to hold you back. You're like on the original, what is it, Rider Waite deck? It's like a person, like they're like on the ground and all of the knives are in them. But if you pull those knives out, the person is going to be able to get up and keep it moving. And so that's what's going on with you, babe. You might have been wounded, but it is not going to keep you down. It is not the end of your story. It is not your death. And even if it is, with death comes new life, comes rebirth, comes transformation. Okay. So next card we have is one of my favorites, the Hermit. So the Hermit is all about isolation, going within, kind of like going on a solo journey within yourself to discover more about yourself. Because as I already said, everything we need is already within us and we already have the answers that we need. We just have to get rid of all the distractions, all of the external, voices, and tune in with ourselves, our heart, our spirit. And so it's so interesting. I feel like all of these cards are about, it's only like one person in each of these cards. And I think these are all about like going within and like finding this inner mastery, right? This inner balance and an inner peace. And like with the Hermit card, it's like, it's not about making like a long-term plan. It's about like checking in with your intuition and your feelings in every given moment. And like each time you turn to like your inner light, it's going to light your path, but only like the next step on your path. Okay. So you don't have to worry about, the whole journey, but you do have to get clear on your first step. Ooh, I don't know why I said that, but it must be because you needed to hear it. And so, yeah. Yeah, so go within. The what's that movie or book? I think it's called Into the Wild. And he like, kind of quits his job, sells all his belongings, and goes into the wilderness by himself to learn about himself. So this card is not exactly like Into the Wild because I'm pretty sure that he dies at the end. Like, men, they always gotta mess up the lesson. But yeah, you want to go within, go into your inner wilderness, get some mindfulness, release your wounds, heal from your wounds, find some balance, open your heart, check in with your mind, heart connection, mind, body balance and connection. And yeah, keep at it, persist at it, and soon you're going to be a master. Okay. Okay. Next cards I pulled are from the, what is this deck called? Okay. So this deck is called the Black Tarot. It's really beautiful, really powerful imagery of like Black people and those types of themes that pertain to Black people. This other deck I'm going to use is from, it's called the Modern Witch Tarot. Modern Witch Tarot, yeah. Okay, so the first card we pulled from that is the Emperor. So the Emperor is all about leadership and authority, okay? So the Emperor, he is planted on solid ground. He's got the city behind him. He's backed by a solid foundation. There's also like a little bit of a river in here, which shows that he's also in touch with his emotions. So it's kind of giving like this compassionate father energy. And he's holding an ankh, which is an Egyptian symbol of life. And he's got these ram horns on his head, which are a symbol of his determination that it took to get to where he is, okay? And this is where you're at. You have been working, building, developing yourself, and you've achieved a lot. You've accomplished a lot. And now you're standing at the top, looking out over your empire, and you're in a position where people want to know how you did it. They want help. You're in a position to be able to help, to give your wisdom of how you got here, of the work it took to, build this kind of stable foundation. Yeah. Okay. And then we also have this one I have to cover up a little bit because she's naked and, the algorithm made by a bunch of dudes and they're weird about women's nudity, okay? So this is, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do this. This is the star. Here we go. This is the star. Ooh, the star card. Okay, so we have the emperor and the star, which is so powerful. The star, I think of it, it's like kind of like the North Star, right? It's about hope. So it's also kind of about leadership, I think, but in a different kind of way. This is a more masculine structure, authority-based kind of leadership, where this is more of a divine, feminine kind of leadership. So we see the star, this lady, she is half on the ground and she's got 1 foot in the water. So this is symbolizing how she is grounded. She's got common sense. She's stable, but she's also very in touch with her intuition. All right. And she's pouring like water onto the ground. And so like her intuition, her connection to the divine and to these other realms is nourishing her solid foundation. Okay. And yeah, in the back, we've got some, the city, we've got growing, trees, which is more, stable roots, stable foundation. And yeah, I think these are supposed to represent like the chakras and like, this is representing like you and your essence. And it's glowing, babe. You're going to lead people just by you shining bright. You shining bright is going to be like a North Star for people. It's going to show people how to get through their own thing. All right. So I'm trying to hide up, like cover up the star's nudeness, but also, okay, the reason that she's naked, it's like it's representing her purity, her innocence, her spiritual nakedness. So she's stripped all of the worldly kind of coverings and trappings. And she's just like, this is who I am, babe. And she's shining bright, and that is, giving hope. It's giving new beginnings, and it's a really positive and hopeful card. Okay, so with all of these here, we have like a time of spiritual self-mastery. You're getting in touch with yourself, you're getting in touch with your ancestors, you're connecting with the divine, you are connecting with your inner child and learning things that you've always wanted to learn and develop and master. And now you are mastering it because you are putting your mind to it. You are balancing this self-mastery and development with, you're in a period kind of pause where you're balancing your intellect and your heart, right? You might have a decision to make or different things you might be in an impasse at something. You might not have all the information yet. And so you're supposed to wait. You're supposed to check in with yourself. And 10 of Knives. This is after a period of, you've been wounded, you've been hurt, you've been betrayed, you've been disappointed, but the dawn is coming soon, and you're going to be able to heal from these wounds and alchemize the wounds and rise again. Ooh, off into the sunset. And you want to go into a period of isolation where you take time for yourself to heal these wounds and to open your heart and to balance it against your intellect and to develop your self mastery and the mastery of whatever skills you are drawn to, your heart calls you to. And you do that in the hermit mode. You learn more about yourself and you get real introspective, okay? And if you do these things, then you're going to find yourself being the emperor, babe, in this position of authority and leadership. And it's going to be a beautiful, oops, I didn't cover it up. That's okay. It's going to be a beautiful, heart-led, pure, innocent, hopeful kind of leadership that keeps us connected to our emotions and our intuition and our feelings, but also grounded in the material world. Ah! I love it. And I think I titled this, like mastering self-mastery, like leads to, or like gets you like leadership and stardom. You're a star, babe. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And so stardom, I think of that differently than like celebrity as we typically think of it. So like stardom literally is like, you know, you're a star. You just being you with your pure radiant light is going to lead people to the promised land, to heaven. It's going to help us ground this heaven on earth. You're the star who is like bringing heaven to earth. All right. You're going to show us how to do it. You're going to be our like loving hot dad, and you're going to get us onto stable ground. Yeah. I think that's all I got for right now. How did you guys like that? Okay. Actually, last card. This is a wealth affirmation thing from this deck. I guess I'll put all the names of the decks that I use in the description after this, but let's do this wealth affirmation, and you can say this throughout the day. Stop and screenshot it. I don't know, it might be backwards actually. You might not be able to read it, but I'll say it and you can just come back to this, okay? So this one says, I dance with the cosmic current of abundance, embracing every ebb and flow with grace and gratitude. Ooh, look at that. So beautiful. Such beautiful artwork. Such a beautiful concept. I dance with the cosmic current of abundance, embracing every ebb and flow with grace and gratitude. Ooh, and that's perfect because over here we've got her in the dancer's pose. And so there's a lot of like dancing energy, and actually like in the book, the guidebook that comes with this black tarot, the like, you know, thing they're like, do this to kind of help you get into the spirit of this card. It's about have a personal dance party. So the universe is telling us to dance, to go with the flow, to be in touch with our emotions, to be in touch with our heart. And so abundance is really all around us, and there might be times where it's, you know, deluge of it. It's like a huge wave, and sometimes it's a trickle. But you know, it's an ebb and flow. So there's always going to be more. And so you can just dance with it. You can give yourself grace and gratitude and just see how everything multiplies, babe. It's so wild. And I think with all of these cards, you're probably going to lead by example and love and compassion in showing people how to dance with the ebbs and flows of abundance and master yourself. I love that. Okay. Love you guys so much. I'll talk to you soon. Which ones do I, let's see. I like this one. Oh, this is a good one. Maybe this one. Yeah. Boop, boop. Maybe this one. No, I think you can't really show this. Whoop. Nah, okay, that's all right. Anyway, I love you guys. Let me know what came up for you in that reading, if it resonated. And yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow, maybe with another reading. Maybe I'll do a live reading. I want to practice with my own self mastery, I want to like I don't know how to like shuffle the cards. Like I see some readers and they do it so beautifully, and I'm like, ooh, I want to learn how to do that. I just like mash them up and then like pick one. So I wanna get a little more elegant with it. Okay, eloquent. All right. Anyway, that's it, babes. I love you so much. All right. Love you. I can't reach you. This is all made up. And yeah, let me know how it resonates. And if you made it this far, give me a star in the comments and like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. So you can know when I'm coming on. Because, yeah, I'm going to try to come on tomorrow again and just like do another reading. See what source wants to tell us, okay? All right. I love you. Salam. And yalla bye. Let's see if this works. Yes.